Chelsea able to squeeze through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup tournament. It was in my opinion, I thought Chelsea was losing because the way they played in the first half, it's like they had no energy. It's like they didn't want to be there. It's like Luton Town had more thirst in that game. It's like they really wanted to go through, and they just wanted to just get Chelsea out of the way. And Chelsea, on the other hand, the way they were playing, just like just play, just get over it. It's like they had no psych. And one thing I blame is the Chelsea board because one mistake they did, and this really affected the manager and the team players, is that 15 minutes before Chelsea played, because they were playing at 10 o'clock, the Chelsea board released a statement saying that Roman Abramovich was going to sell the club that same very week, and that another person was going to take over, and he was waiting for bids to come. Because of the Russia-Ukraine war, the British Parliament, the MPs and Boris Johnson, mophead, were pushing to freeze all his assets, all his accounts, and all his houses and everything that came under the umbrella of Roman Abramovich. They were going to freeze it. Time unspecified. So he in 20 years ago, he invested 350 million in Chelsea. And over time it grew, appreciated. Now it's worth around 3 to 4 billion. So I think one of his advisors told him, before this thing gets frozen, better sell the club. So that's what he did. This is the mistake he did. He announced that the club will be sold. Now, for those who don't know, Thomas Tuchel joined Chelsea because of Roman Abramovich. He's an idol of Roman Abramovich. He really likes him. He believes in his football philosophy. He believes in his management. He's one of the reasons why when he left PSG, he took up the job at Chelsea because of Roman Abramovich. So Tuchel was absolutely heartbroken. There's some players in the Chelsea squad who are very much attached to Roman Abramovich, and that statement had a toll on them before the game. So let's get into the game. Chelsea came with a 3-4-3 formation with Kepa being in goal, but this time Chelsea came with kind of a team B because most of their A-team players like Kepa, Thiago Silva, Chalobah, Christensen, Ziyech, they were all either tired or on the bench. So he came up with a very weak squad. He came up with Loftus-Cheek at centre back, and then Malang Sarr on the left and Rudiger on the right. And both Malang Sarr and Rudiger left centre back players. And then on the wing backs, he came with in the midfield he came with Saul played, and Jorginho. And on the wing backs they came with Kennedy, and then he came up with Hudson-Odoi, who was a left winger but is playing right wing back. And the attacking was not bad. Attacking was Lukaku, Christensen, and Mount on the side. So the first half, Luton Town played their shape very well. They came with a 4-3-2-1 formation. Now, one thing you don't know, championship teams are very, very tactical. They're very fast. They're very brave on the ball. And they actually like to bully the other team. And they also play very rough. So in the first half, you could see that Luton was playing with very fast pace. They were passing the ball from the goalkeeper on the wings. They're playing very, very good carpet, very sharp passes. They're collecting the ball, passing to the next, making Chelsea to stretch. And within the first 3 minutes, Chelsea made a blunder and they got a corner kick. And from a good set piece, Luton Town scored the first goal. During the first half, it was all Luton Town. They were passing the balls down the channels. They were doing good carpet pressing, tic-tac pressing. They were making Chelsea run for the ball, open the spaces, make the other pass, make somebody run in, and they were playing very good counter-attack football. The problem with Chelsea, the defense was sleeping. Loftus-Cheek is not a centre-back. Malang Sarr is dog shit useless. He even caused the second goal. Luton Town scored the second goal within the first half after Chelsea scored one. Chelsea came back with one goal. Luton Town scored the second goal. The problem with Chelsea in the first half of the defense, only Rudiger was doing the defending work. Loftus-Cheek was playing centre back, so he was taking the ball, playing more of you because you take the ball and start pressing, so you'd come to the midfield, leave Malang Sarr and Rudiger behind, and you would play more of two roles as a midfielder, as a number 8, and you play as a number 5. But defense is not his cup of tea. He's more of an attacking midfielder, a number 8. So he was pressing well, but he was being overtaken, and there were a lot of breakaways from his side. He was being passed by a lot of players. He could not really defend nice. He could not slide, block the ball. Malang Sarr was absolutely nonsense. This guy cannot pass the ball. He cannot dribble. His passes are short, long. He doesn't pass accurately. He's so clumsy on the ball. He really almost costed Chelsea this game. Come second half, Chelsea came with a bit more fire. There's some tactical changes made. Tuchel, seeing that they were 2-1 down, he made some tactical changes. He removed Hudson-Odoi. He removed Kennedy. In Hudson-Odoi's place, he put Lewis Hall, 18-year-old academy product. And in Kennedy's place, he put Christensen. So now they changed to a 4-3-3 formation. In attacking, they were 3-4-3, but in defending, they were 4-3-3. So there was a good assist from, like I said, Loftus-Cheek was playing more of a number 8. He'd get the ball, drive down, press Luton into their half, come to the midfield. He removed one good assist to Timo Werner. With one touch, Timo Werner dodged Chenga, one defender, and he shot that ball in the far post. It came to 2-2. Chelsea kept on pressing. They were using their shape very well. They were now coming they were pressing the Luton down into the midfield. They're committing all the bodies. They're making a good shape, passing, making Luton to open the spaces, and they were making the run in. The second assist came from Reece James, who was put in Jorginho's place. That was the last tactical submission. Jorginho was removed, Reece James was put, and they went back to a 4-3-3 formation. Reece James passed it to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall passed it back to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek gave a very good pass to Timo Werner, who gave a good pass to Lukaku, who came with a beautiful sliding tap in. That's his meal, that's his plate. Ayrton is not missing it. Lukaku played quite well. He was pressing, he was defending. And the pressure from Chelsea in the second half is what got them that win. And the game ended at 3-2. Very good performance from Chelsea from the second half. But I still go back to my same point. Next time the board have anything to do with the Chelsea politics, anything, please do not make this announcement before the game, because it affects the players and the coach mentally. During the first half, even when Chelsea was down, normally Tuchel is on touchline yelling his lungs off. This time he was sitting on the bench, arms folded, don't care, like he had lost hope in everything. And I blame this on the Chelsea board for putting the statement before the game was played. They should have put it after the game was played. This weekend is a very good weekend. A lot of good, juicy games. By the way, after this, Chelsea will face Middlesbrough. Now, Middlesbrough play a 3-5-2 formation. The coach of Middlesbrough was the former coach of Sheffield United, whom Chelsea have beaten at least 3 to 4 times. So at least Chelsea have some kind of idea of how this coach plays. But this time the coach has come with very good players, young, fast, aggressive, strong players who can carry the ball, dribble, make good sneaky passes. So Middlesbrough, they eliminated Tottenham, they eliminated Manchester United, so they're very dangerous. So Chelsea should not sit back on this team. They will face Middlesbrough on, I think, March 5th, May 17th to 18th. March 8th, 17th to 18th. They will face Middlesbrough. And Liverpool might face Nottingham Forest or Huddersfield. That's another very good game. And Crystal Palace will face, I think, Southampton. So some very good fixtures in the next 2 weeks. So let's focus on this weekend. So this weekend we have Chelsea-Burnley. Chelsea have to bang Burnley, otherwise they'll drop down to 4th place. They might even drop down to 5th place if they don't win this game for Burnley. They have to close the gap between Chelsea and Liverpool. Liverpool will face West Ham. If West Ham holds Liverpool, then Man City can have a good gap. And Man City will face Manchester United. That's another very good game. I'm not saying Man City will win, because in these games, Manchester United do turn up. The last time they met Man City, they beat them 2-0. the one before this season, and they played absolutely well. So maybe Manchester United will come with some tricks of out of the hat and they'll bash Man City, or Man City might come with their pressing techniques and bash Man United. Give your comments below on the prediction. Until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in. Take care.